What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for another predicted lineup video as Spurs travel up to Leeds, Ellen Road tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff. Conte's been talking in his press conference, apologising for his outburst last few nights ago and against Burnley. And yeah, I mean, he's talking about things like, you know, he's very emotional and that he's very angry. You don't want to speak to him after a loss. And I think we quite kind of gathered that from his interview.
I think so. He said after a loss, you don't want to go to dinner with me, basically. He was, yeah. And he was saying how they affect him very badly, and he can't go into a press conference smiling and all happy. And he did kind of apologise for what he said, but he's now talking about the future and talking about Daniel Levy and how supportive the club have been and everything. Nothing ever happened. Didn't say anything.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's unbelievable how much of a difference 2 days can make. But as well, we were saying that at the time as well, that night in the post-match fan show. We were saying together, like, it's hard to take this too seriously because we know how emotional he is. Yeah, we know that the next press conference he'll probably say something different, and that's Conte in a nutshell. Yeah. All right, let's move on. And he's spoken about the injury updates, and what are they? So Rodrigo Bentancur has picked up an ankle injury, apparently, and he is going to be unavailable for the weekend. Dan Kilpatrick says he could be out for as much as 3 weeks, but Antonio Conte saying that he expects Bentancur back very soon, and he doesn't see the injury as a serious one. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Oli Skip remains out. Conte complaining that he's now been without Skip for over a month, and he said that he's trying his hardest not to put pressure on the medical staff, but he can't help it. He just needs Skippy back. And Japhet Tanganga also remains unavailable through injury. So bad news on Bentancur front, and exactly what we feared has happened. We said going after January, you know, if we have a few injuries in midfield, we're very short. And what's happened? We've got a few injuries in midfield, and we're very short. Yeah. So I think you can predict who's going to start centre mid, but yeah, it's not great. All right, well, let's get into the predicted lineup. 3-4-3 formation. In goal is obviously going to be Hugo Lloris. Yeah, has to. Obviously, Galini probably might have played his last game for Tottenham at this point. He wasn't even on the bench last game. He wasn't. Apparently, he's a very good influence around the dressing room. Like, he puts off a good atmosphere, but apparently he's unhappy at the playing time. So whether that contributes to him or not on the bench or not if he's injured, I don't know. It's a bit weird one. I mean, what does he really expect coming and playing second fiddle to Hugo anyway?
True.
How much game time did he expect to have?
Yeah.
That's the honest truth. But anyway, Lloris in goal. Right wing back, we're going to stick with Emerson Royal. Yeah, third game of the week. He was talking up the prospect of playing Kulusevski at wing back. He said that Kulu provides a good option there, and he had a good game on Wednesday night, and he could be a good option for wing back. But we're just going to stick with Emerson just for this one. We're thinking, although he was taken off after about 70 minutes on Wednesday, I actually think he was one of our better players. So I'm going to stick with Emerson. All right, Emerson right wing back. Right centre back is Cuti Romero. Been absolutely brilliant since he's come back into the side, and yeah, he's most definitely going to keep his spot. Yeah, and again, he played well on Wednesday night, and Japhet Tanganga still injured, and I don't think Sanchez is coming back in instead of Romero, so I think he has to play. So important to us. Yeah, and another player that's so important to us is Eric Dyer, who's going to start in that middle of the back three. And again, I thought he had a good game on Wednesday night, and I don't think it was our defence that let us down, apart from maybe from set pieces. It was more just how we were in possession. So I think Dyer had a pretty good game, and we're going to need him in this one for sure. Yeah. And to make up that back three, we're going to go for Ben Davies. So the exact same back three that we've seen in the last couple of games. Yeah, it seems to be his back three of choice. And Ben Davies, I want to see him maybe foray forward a bit more from centre-back than he has done the past few games. So if anyone's going to come out, I can see it being him, but I think he'll keep his place. Yeah, the thing is, we just don't have anyone that can play that position comfortably. That's the problem, that left centre-back role. So, yeah, I can't see anyone else going in there instead of him. Left wing back, we're going to see a return to Sergio Reguilon, we think.
Yeah, so he was out past a couple games through having a positive COVID case. Ryan Sessegnon put in a couple of okay displays, but I think especially with that taxing wing-back role, I think Reguilon comes in.
Yeah, and let's go through that lineup with you one more time, the defence with you one more time. It's Hugo Lloris in goal, Romero, Dyer and Davis in the back three, Reguilon left wing-back, Emerson right wing-back, and in the middle, I think these ones pick itself. So Harry Winks and definitely Pierre and Hojbjerg as well.
Yeah.
Are only two fit midfielders.
Exactly. What else can we do? I think a lot of pressure will be on Winks because people been calling him out. Even though I actually think he was okay on Wednesday night, I didn't think he was the problem at all. I actually think we improved when he came on. To be fair, although
he was putting lovely balls in the box,
yeah,
time and time again.
He's playing some really good passes. And I actually think he was the one in possession in the midfield trying to make something happen. So. And also he's played, I think he started early in the season against Leeds, and I'm pretty sure he started when we won 3-0 last year, so he knows how to play against Leeds, so I'm not too concerned about having him there, but maybe in a midfield 2 and a 3-4-3, maybe he could get overrun. That's the problem, obviously alongside Hojbjerg. Hopefully they aren't too leggy from their exertions on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And Bentancur would be a bit of a miss, but what can we do? We only have what we have.
Yeah, that's exactly true. So Hojbjerg and Winks in the middle. On the right-hand side, we're going to stick with Dejan Kulusevski because I think he's getting better and better game by game.
Yeah, and I think you want to keep giving him game time. And hopefully in this game, he'll have a lot more space, like against Man City, to do damage. So if things are going wrong, I do envisage a situation where he could go back to wing-back like he did on Wednesday. But I think he'll start on the right.
Yeah, and then obviously the next two players completely pick themselves, and Harry Kane up top and Heung-min Son on the left.
Yeah, for sure. There are key players, and that's the thing. Conte has to run it. They're getting run into the ground, but Conte has to play them because without them, we're not even half as good, unfortunately. So hopefully they'll get a lot more joy and a lot more space to play in than they did against Burnley, and hopefully that's just suit them a bit more.
Yeah. All right, so let's run through that team with you one more time. It's Hugo Lloris in goal, Romero, Dyer and Davis in a back three, Reguilon on the left, Emerson on the right, Hojbjerg and Winks in the middle, Son and Kulusevski supporting Harry Kane. And I do expect Son to have a much better performance, seeing as I think there'll be a lot more space for him to exploit tomorrow at Ellen Road. But if that is the lineup, what score prediction are you going for?
3-1 Tottenham.
Who's going to get the goals?
I'm going to go with Son. I'm going to go with Kane too.
All right, I'm going to go 2-1 to Spurs. I'm going to go Son at the double. I'm feeling a big Sonny performance tomorrow, and we're going to need one. Historically, over the last couple of years, or ever since I can remember, to be honest, we don't do too well in the early kickoffs.
No,
on
you're
Saturday,
right.
The 12:30s.
Just got to make sure we run as much as Leeds. And if we do, we'll win. And if we don't, then we'll leave the door open for Leeds to outpress us.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is our lineup. That is our score predictions as well. Let me know in the comments section below what lineup you would like to see, what lineup you think Conte will go with, and what your score predictions are. We'll see you all tomorrow. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.